What is up, everyone? I am back with another video, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the mods that I use to play State of Decay 2. So my mod list is relatively extensive, and but we're going to not spend too much time on each particular topic. I'm going to go over just a short, brief list of what it is that I use, but mainly focus on the mods that I like the most. And to start off our list, we're going to start things off with the vehicle mods. Okay, and the vehicle mods that I have are two different ones. As you guys can see, as I stand next to my favorite car in the game, which is the Trail Beast, you can see that there's two bars on the top there. One is my fuel level, and the second is how much durability the car has. Okay, I found this vehicle health bar mod to be very useful. It allows me to more accurately decipher how much health my car has. And in particular, when it comes to Trail Beast, knowing that it's not a very durable vehicle, it's just nice to know where that health bar is at. Even with other vehicles as well, it's just nice to know exactly where that health bar is at. And usually when it gets down to almost dead is where it starts to smoke and catch on fire. But once it's completely depleted, that's when it's fully on fire and it's about to explode. So very nice feature there. My second vehicle mod, which is absolutely my favorite mod, this is my favorite mod in the entire game, is vehicle trunk space. Okay, now the vehicle trunk space that I have here is quite overkill. Okay, it's quite overkill. However, this one's a bit debatable. There's a lot of different versions of this mod that's available out on the Nexus web. You can be a little bit more, I would say, conservative, if you will, or if you want to be a little bit, tiny bit more realistic. Me personally, I kind of think the vehicle trunk space capacity in this game is kind of absurd. You know, with how limited it is with many of the vehicles. Even with driving the van, having 15 slots, which it's decent, I still don't think 15 slots is enough, especially with the van. So with this mod that I have, I think this is the one that changes pretty much every single trunk in the game into 150 slots, which again is very overkill. But again, there's a lot of different versions of this mod that are out there that you can be a little bit more conservative with that number, and you can make it tailored to your needs if you want to have a bit more immersion. But I do think having expandable vehicle storage is absolutely important, because what I hate doing the most, especially when I played the game vanilla, was having to do like 10 or 15 runs back and forth from a loot area or from a play cart kill or whatever. The way that I like to play, especially now, since again I've beat the game so many times, I just like to go out, go to the play cart that I'm going to kill, destroy it, loot it, and then just move to the next heart without having to go back to base to drop off all my stuff. You know what I mean? And so having an expanded vehicle inventory allows you to do that. It allows you to get all the stuff that you need and just keep on pushing and moving through the game. Okay? So that's why that's my favorite mod. It just allows you to do so much more when it comes to looting and navigating. Okay. My third mod, not necessarily in the list of favorability. But my third mod, or the third category I want to switch over to, no longer vehicles. We're going to talk about character mods. Okay. And when it comes to the character mods, I think the first mod that I want to discuss is the specialization skills mods. So I have two of them active. One is that every single, when you train up a character, okay, once you train up a character and you max out the basic skills, the first mod that I have is it allows you to select whatever skill that you want. That's the first one. So instead of only having a handful of skills available to you, literally any skill that you want, it will be available to you. Even the skills that are available exclusively in Heartland. And with that mod, you can, again, just choose whatever skill that you want. For most of my characters, I just choose the Red Talon skills. But if I wanted to, let's say, do a more, I want to say, vanilla run, right? And I want to have specialized characters. I have another community that has that. It's not this particular community. Instead of having to look for particular community members, all I have to do is just get literally anybody, and then I can say, okay, you're going to be my sword play person, you're going to be my close combat person, you're going to be, whatever it is that you want to do, right? And so this is, again, it just makes the game, in my opinion, just that much more convenient to be able to choose whatever skill that you want. The second mod that I have, which is kind of not as useful if you're choosing Red Talon skills, but the second mod is that cardio and wit skill, no matter which one you pick, it's going to give you the extra inventory slot. So let's say, for example, I had a character that had marathon and discipline. Okay. Even with marathon and discipline, I'll still have the full 4 pockets instead of just 2. Right. Again, it's just a quality of life thing. That's all it gives you, is if you were to choose any skill, whether it be cardio or wits, that is not particularly those skills that would give you extra pockets. All of them now give you the extra pockets. So you can build your character however you want, and then all your inventories will be pretty much consistent across the board. Okay, and I think the next character skill, this is also characters a bit, but this is not necessarily your playable character in a sense. This applies to the community members within my base. There's a mod that's called Enhanced Human AI. Basically what it does is it just makes the AI better, in a sense where they start to attack enemies a bit more aggressive, and they are also just a bit better at base defense and things like that nature.
If you meet a bear and he bites off your arm,
I don't really have too much experience with sieges and things. I just play the game in such a way where I don't really awake play hearts unnecessarily. But still, it's just a nice AI to have that my base members you know, are actually pretty effective at defending the base. Okay, so that will be all of the character mods that are out of the way. And now we're going to go to weapon mods. Okay, and when it comes to weapon mods, I really only have used 2 different ones, and only one of them I actually continuously play with. And so, as you can see in my inventory, I have Molotovs. This particular mod is probably extremely OP, which is, I sometimes play with it, sometimes I don't. But let's just say, for example, let's go ahead and make a crowd of imposters here. So we have a bunch of just regular zombies. What you can do, what this mod does is it basically turns the Molotov into a raging inferno. And I think that's what the name of the mod is called. So the area of effect is a lot bigger, and the fire just lingers for a lot longer as well. A 1 Molotov, depending on the difficulty, can one-shot plague hearts. And yeah, it's just kind of like it's kind of a cheese. It really is a cheese button. I don't use it very often. But I do have it on because sometimes this game just throws complete BS at you. And so it's just nice to have a panic button. And that's what that is. Pretty much just kills whatever in your way. Okay? And then the second weapon mod, which I do not have active, is a heavy weapon mod. And what this does is it basically makes all the heavy weapons in the game super ridiculously OP. Hey everyone, this is Big Zess here in the after processing editing. I went ahead and loaded the mod up in a different play session, and here you can see I can one-shot pretty much any zombie with this heavy weapon mod. Right, it just takes one swing to kill any zombie, really. You do not have to do power hits at all. One swing kills them instantly. And then we're going to jump to a plague heart so you guys can see what that looks like as well. So here we are coming up onto a plague heart that I literally just spawned, and I did not hit this plague heart before. Just run up, regular swing, and boom, done. Yeah, this mod is just ridiculously OP. I don't play with it anymore, but that is a mod that I have used in the past. All right, the next mod that I do have is more of like a system mod, is the clock. Okay, this shows the time down at the bottom left, and I can also change the time as I want, as I want it to be. I can change the desired length of the day and various other things. It's very common for folks to have this type of mod installed in their game. And the second type of system mod is just having the mod menu or the manager menu. And this manager menu is basically a developer menu. You get access to pretty much everything. You can unlock pretty much anything in the game. You can get any weapon. You can spawn whatever enemies you want. Let's just say a bunch of
There's a feral coming in.
blood ferals, for example. Or actually, no. The blood ferals, I don't think they're going to show up because I have another mod enabled at the moment. So, which we'll talk about later. But Yeah, this allows you to get whatever gun that you want, get whatever melee weapon you want, any close combat knife that you want, any consumable. Okay, spawn any zombie, spawn infestations. You can spawn a plague heart.
We're just one plague heart away from making our town
Yeah,
safe
just like
again.
that. So now I just spawned the plague heart right there. And or infestations. The vehicle cheats, I haven't really gotten them to work, but they're there. Scouting, you name it. I mean, there's a whole, just fiddling around with this thing. If you actually get it, take some time to just go through everything. Be careful though. I think the main thing you want to be careful about is your character cheats here. You actually do have the ability to kill your character. Okay? And you don't want to do that because you can't get them back. Unless you have another mod that we'll discuss later. Okay? Hey everyone, it's me again here in the editing phase. I wanted to go ahead and show you guys the community manager mod or the community editor mod that I was hinting to. As I stated with the mod menu, developer menu, you want to be careful that you don't accidentally kill your character. Well, this community editor mod, what it allows you to do is allows you to edit your communities. So you can see that I have 4 different save files. This would be my forever community, and then these are my 3 other kind of experimental communities where I want to play the game in particular types of ways. Also my Heartland community here. So we'll go, for example, into the community that I was just in. This was the green zone community that I was doing the video from. You can see here that you have access to modify the resources if you wanted to, the influence. You can change how many days you survived, all these types of things, which I don't want to get into. You can unlock everything, unlock all the daybreak stuff, unlock all outfits, give yourself a whole bunch of prestige, right? Unlock all the radio calls, all that stuff. But most importantly, you can edit your community members. So let's say, for example, one of my characters died, something of that nature. There would be an option here to revive the survivor, right? It should show up like one of these buttons up here. You can make them come alive again. Also, what you can do is you can edit any of their character traits. So if you want to give them, let's say, for example, the Blood Plague Survivor trait, yeah, which she already has, you can just put that over, right? Or I can add Blood Plague Survivor, for example, to this character because he doesn't have it. There you go. Now he has it. You can also edit any of their current skills, right? So if you're just lazy, you don't want to train skills anymore, you can just come into the community manager. You can first give them whatever skill you want. Okay, you just add it. Okay, and then you modify whatever level of skill you want them to have. Obviously, they can't have surgery and infrastructure at the same time. It's not going to work. You can only have one quirk skill. Okay. And yeah, so that's how you do that. You can also edit their names. You can edit their character models. You can edit their outfits, the voice that they have. You can edit their health and stamina. Literally anything that you want to edit in this community manager, you can do so. You can also edit your facilities in your base. Okay, you can edit the vehicles that are on the map and that spawn on the map. Let's say, for example, I want to change this Rams V to my favorite vehicle, Trail Beast. I can choose what color I want it to be, right? And then it'll spawn right there. You can fully heal it, so that when you spawn in, you don't have to use a repair kit, whatever. You can edit your enclaves. You can edit infestations if there were any. You can spawn a bunch of plague hearts. You can change their health values. You could do literally anything in this whole community manager. So this is in conjunction with the developer tool. This tool will allow you to unlock an unlimited amount of opportunities to play the game in whatever kind of manner that you want to. And so, yeah, this is a really great mod to install if you haven't. And also, if you've really grown fond of a particular character and you accidentally lose them to some BS that happens, it's no longer, you know, it's not like you can't do anything about it. You can actually revive them if you want to. Just saying, it's an option there. All right.
I need a hand.
So now we are moving away from the
the
system mods.
Can you
We're going to now talk about the community-based mods, or your base mods. Okay. And when it comes to my base mods, we will start with the master facility. So this master facility mod is probably, again, a very OP mod. What this is a culmination of, I'm not going to say every facility, but a lot of them. It's a farm, it's a hospital, it's a workshop, it's an armory, it is a latrine, beds, kitchen, watchtower, it's everything. Okay? You have access to pretty much craft whatever you want, and it takes up a large slot. So you have to have a base that has at least one large slot, and that takes care of most of your crafting and hospital and bed needs. Okay. So as you can see here, there's just a very long list of things you can do. Garden, you can produce resources. Kitchen, you can get morale from the cleaning the toilets. You can create literally pretty much any ammo you want. Muzzle attachments. You can even craft weapons, and you can craft not every gun in the game, but a good selection of guns in the game. And it's not completely broken, because depending on what difficulty you're playing on, the resource costs are going to scale. So I think on lethal, to be able to craft a weapon, depending on the weapon and depending on the type of skill sets that you have in your community, it's going to cost, I believe, like 400 parts. I'm playing in Green Zone right now in this community. That's why it's so cheap. But yeah, so let's just like craft one of those. It's going to be sent to my gun locker, and then I'll have an extra M590 sawed off. All right. So the master facility, which is that big old tower there. Let's actually go over there. Give you guys a tour of it.
Oops, that was loud.
So on the bottom here will be your infirmary, and then there should be stairs. Yeah, here we go. Up here. Second is going to be your armory, and as you interact with these, it actually is just going to spit out like random guns. You don't necessarily get to choose what type of gun it gives you. It's just random. So if you wanted to just get random guns, you can come up here, interact. It'll give you a random gun. Okay? As you can see down there. Alright, and next level we have the latrine. So this is, bathrooms. And the next level here we have beds. Nothing special there. Next level up, we have the kitchen. And then the next level after that, we have our garden. And I believe this will be the watchtower. I have not seen any of my NPCs actually come all the way up here and start sniping. But just know that if you are in a certain type of base and you want to shoot down, I mean, it's pretty hard to try to shoot from this far away, but it's there. Okay. The next base mod that I want to discuss is going to be the no leader requirement mod. Okay, the no leader requirement mod basically makes it to where you can build any leader type facility, such as a field hospital or a sniper tower, without having to swap the leader of your community. Right? That mod has just allowed me to build pretty much whatever I want, whenever I want, and not having to wait on swapping leaders around. It just makes things a lot more efficient, right? And convenient.
There's a bloater nearby.
Once you've again beaten the game so many times, it just
over there.
It just gets redundant having to put particular people in a leadership position. The leader in the game, besides that mechanic, it's kind of, and certain leadership bonuses, which may or may not influence your gameplay all that much. It's kind of was like a superficial, just blocker to content. So that was a great mod for, to have in there. So that way it just makes it easier to build and manage your base. So you can focus on, the actual fun stuff, fighting and things of that nature. The next base mod that I have is the enhanced outposts. So the enhanced outposts mod actually makes outposts useful. Okay, so for example, this is an ammo outpost, and at my ammo outpost, let's actually go ahead and upgrade it. You can actually craft ammunition. Right, go figure, right? I mean, you would think that you should be able to do something like that, right? And when they are level 3, which I don't think this one is. Let's see. This one's level 3. Okay. So you can do a outpost ammo run. So at your ammo outpost, you can send 2 people. It's going to cost 2 labor to conduct an ammo run. But it has to be level 3. And so once it's level 3, you can make that action. It's going to reduce your labor force. 2 people are going to go from that outpost, go scavenging for some ammo, and then after 17 minutes is up, it's going to add 4 ammo to your base resources. Okay, which is great. Okay, another base mod is hospitals give beds mod. As you can see here, I have 16 beds. Okay, So my field hospital, the reason why I have this mod is because it just makes sense, right? I mean, technically, the hospital beds are not like actually beds, but I mean, realistically speaking, if you wanted to sleep there, you could. So that's why I added that mod. It just makes sense. So you have in this particular farmhouse, in the farmland compound, I have 3 different hospitals. I have my field hospital, I have the built-in hospital, and then I have my master facility hospital. And so this is why, as you can see, field hospital beds, master facility beds, right? That gives 8. Then we have the refugee. Okay, so there's a lot of beds here. All right. There's also the farm land compound has a bunch of other beds, like built-in beds, and then I have lounges and office quarters. I have a lot of beds. Okay, beds is arguably the most useless facility to own. If they're built in, then they're built in, and if you're playing the game without the master facility and you're just getting, like a field hospital or a regular clinic, then the beds that are available in your clinics and hospitals will actually count to your total bed count, which again just made sense to me. All right. What's up, everybody? Once again, this is the post editing Big Zest here speaking. I forgot one last community mod or base mod that I wanted to discuss, and that is your resource sort of storage mod. There is a mod, and I'm not entirely sure what it's called, but I believe what it does is it takes for example, the storage mods that you can actually add, like shelving and things of that nature. It just, as you can see here, it adds 500 storage instead of just 2 or 5. I don't know. I don't remember what it is vanilla, but it adds a significant amount of storage to all resources for your base. So this way, when you're going around assaulting plague hearts, getting rucksacks, wherever it is that you're scavenging from, you can actually pile up a pretty significant stockpile of whatever resource you're going to find, right? And so this, again, it's just a quality of life, pretty much sort of update. Allows you to store a lot more resources, which then also plays into your ability to craft a lot more things and just play the game the way that you want to play it and not have to constantly be sort of strapped when it comes to the resources in itself, right? It's just frustrating that, for example, let's say when you're playing on lethal and everything costs like 25 materials or a ridiculous amount of materials, but you only have storage for like 50 at a time, right? It's a lot easier where you can just go out, scavenge for as much materials as you want to or can, have the storage to be able to store as much as you want, and then be able to build whatever it is that you want all at once, right? So that's just a lot better that way. Same thing when it comes to anything else, food, ammo, make as much bullets as you want, whatever it is that you want to do. So that is a very important based upgrade that I forgot in the original recording. So I'm adding this here now, and we'll get back to the original video. Okay. So the next mods that we're going to go over, after I put all this stuff away, okay, so the next mods that we're going to go over are two different ones first. Number one is going to be the Resident Evil mod. Okay, the Resident Evil mod is a very interesting one. I actually have a separate video about it where I kind of go in depth, but touching on it just briefly, you get access to particular outfits. So Resident Evil outfits. So for example, depending on whether you're a male or female, so if you're using a female character like I'm doing right now, you can get the Jill outfit, or you can get the Claire Redfield outfit, right? And then there's some unisex outfits such as the Umbrella tactical uniform. That's something that anyone can wear. And then with the hats, okay, you have a helmet, right, or Jill's hat. Okay, and then let's look at like a guy. All the different things that you can equip with a guy. So you can't equip Jill's hat because it's not a female, but you can put on the helmets. All right, and then there are male only outfits. So like for example, this one, most of them are male, to be honest with you. Chris Redfield from Resident Evil 5. You have the Umbrella tactical uniforms. Again, those are unisex. And then you have the RPD tactical, like Leon in one of the early games. Another Leon outfit. Joe. All right. Really cool there. But that's not all when it comes to the Resident Evil mod. If you press F6, you turn into a Resident Evil helicopter. And what this does is it allows you to travel the map pretty easily. The helicopter in itself, it is not technically rendered as a vehicle. It's basically your character transforms into a helicopter and your body just kind of goes wherever the helicopter goes. Okay, that's how that works. But the helicopter is very overpowered. There's two different weapons that the helicopter comes with. One is a nuke. Pretty much blows up and kills everything in its vicinity. It has a really large explosion radius. Again, more info on that when it comes to the other video that I did. But we can go to that plague heart that I spawned a little bit earlier through the mod menu and showcase the other weapon that comes with the helicopter, which will be the napalm bombs. Okay, so the nukes, they do not kill plague hearts. Okay, they only kill, I believe, just enemies, and it'll kill anything. Juggernauts, doesn't matter. They do not kill human enemies either. Just zombies. And then, so to kill plague hearts, you use the other weapon, which will be the napalm bomb. Okay, and it kills them extremely quick, especially here in Green Zone. The napalm bomb, regardless of the difficulty, will one-shot a plague heart. Okay. So let me go ahead and get all this goodies here. Alright, and we can make our way back to base here. Put this over here, like so.
Always makes me feel good to be useful.
Okay. There's that. And I think that was almost it. What I should have done, I'll just go ahead and spawn another one. The last mod that I want to talk about will be okay, yeah, we're going to go right back over there. Yeah, the last mod that I want to talk about is the Blood Plague, or the Blood Plague Heart. Oh, it's actually not working right now. I don't think it works with Plague Hearts that I actually spawn in, but you can see with potentially older videos on my channel, where in the top kind of left corner here, there's like a heart that pops up. Hey, this is post-editing Big Zest again. Here's a clip of an older video of mine, as you guys see on my page. You can see it's actually in the top right corner. It shows the health bar gauge for the actual Plague Heart. So that's just, nice to have, so that you can know, and you can experiment yourself, which weapons do a specific amount of damage to Plague Hearts and where that health bar is ultimately at all times. So you can know how many hits are going to be left, whether you want to, use your gun, and see how effective or efficient using different weapons are. Okay.
This.
And we'll show the Plague Heart health. The Plague Hearts, they have 130 health, at least with the mod that comes up.
Did it! No more blood plague in our town.
Uh-oh. A lot of zombies. Actually, I can just blow them up like this. Yeah. Okay. So that's all of the mods that I play with. If you guys enjoy the video, just leave a like and comment. Out of all of the mods that I play with, I definitely have to say my top 5, which are going to go down, we're going to rank right now. Number 1, vehicle trunk space. Alright. Number 2, being able to choose whatever specialization skill I want. Number 3 would be the master facility. Okay. Number 4 will be it's a tough one. I'm gonna have to go with the actual mod menu in itself. It just gives you so much. And then number 5, the last one will have to be the Walking Dead mod, which is the current series that I'm working on, and what's also enabled at the moment. As you guys probably saw when I was trying to blow up that last Plague Heart, it was just a bunch of regular zombies that spawned and not Blood Plague zombies. Because with the Resident Evil mod, basically what it does is it removes all the Blood Plague zombies, replaces them with regular zombies. And these zombies are zombies that run or jog very slowly, but they do a lot more damage. And depending on what configuration you have them set to, which I have them set to do just double damage, they can either just do more damage to you, or they actually kill you in one shot, or one bite, I should say. It has to be an actual bite. But yeah, anyway, those are my top 5 favorite mods. Let me know in the comments what your guys' favorite mod is. And yeah, stay tuned for the rest of my Resident Evil series, or Walking Dead series, rather. All right. Stay tuned. See y'all later. Peace.